I think the title of my video says it all. Things escalated very quickly with this new female character that has been introduced, who is also a part of the student council. And I mean, you knew she was going to be insane because she has a gun. And I think if she's going around in a school pointing a gun at people, wanting people to play Russian roulette, spin the barrel, put it up to your head, pull the trigger, if you don't die, you win. I mean, you can tell she's not all there. She's kind of lost a few screws. But then when you see her in the bathroom and she's not happy because she just got teased, she didn't fulfill that thirst that she had, and she puts the gun up to her head and she pulls it. And when she doesn't die, she starts masturbating. I'm just like, okay, that just happened. Anyone who wants to be around that type of person, I think you're absolutely insane. I mean, she literally would want to try to kill you. I mean, if that's your fetish, hey, power to you, but that bitch is crazy. But I thought this episode of The Compulsive Gambler, as strange and bizarre as it was another pretty fun episode. But I would say this is probably my least favorite episode out of the 4 that we've seen within this series. It's not to say that it was a bad episode, it was just, it didn't feel like amaze me as much as the past episodes. But I will say the game that they are currently playing, which is going to be carrying over into the next episode, that's pretty damn fun. I also like how it's now a kind of tag team. And it's a very unexpected tag team, as the person that she first takes out within this series is now her partner. And I like how within this kind of redemption challenges, we have all the people who are in debt from just maybe a few thousand yen to millions of yen, they have this chance of, if you beat enough people, you could end up with the least amount of debt, and the person with the least amount of debt could end up with the most debt. So I think it's interesting how they do it, because it gives the student council this kind of good vibe, but really they're not doing anything that's really that good. It's just making them look better at the end of the day, while also possibly screwing over other people in the process. So you get this redemption challenge, and they even say, if you're going to cheat, that's perfectly fine, but if we catch you, we're going to stop you, but that won't invalidate anything that you've already done thus far. So when you hear that, you're like, okay, is everyone going to start cheating? And then it feels like, oh, is our main character Yumiko going to start cheating with her partner now? And it feels like you're really building up to that, to then it was just all a bluff, so this guy would just pretty much cancel out his call because they had no good cards in their hand. So I think it's interesting how they're kind of playing around with the concept of cheating, and at the same time you feel like, is our main character going to cheat? Like, what are they going to do? Are they really trying to work together? Like, what are they trying to do? And then at the end of the episode, you see that they were just bluffing and screwing with the guy, and I really like that. But I mean, we know there's going to be some hardcore cheating within this game. I really feel like there's no way they're not going to. If it's going to be this male who just seems like a complete utter scumbag, if it's going to be Yumiko, who knows who's going to fully cheat, but I think it's definitely clear we're going to have some hardcore cheating within this game. But I did like it. I mean, this was the least interesting game that we've seen so far, in my opinion. I can definitely say the gun was more interesting within the episode, but I do like the episode at the core, because you still have that insanity, and I mean, you just have that sick and twistedness as well with the characters, especially with the new character. I mean, it just explains itself. But I will say, The Compulsive Gambler is keeping a standard, I think, not just visually and audio-wise, I do think story-wise, they're keeping it interesting while introducing new characters, new game mechanics, and new ways to escalate the stakes, because we already see our main character in as much debt as possible, and essentially, it seems like the student council will just marry you off to people, which is the absolute worst thing that could possibly happen. But when you have as much power as them, it's not insane that they could do this. So I think not only did they introduce this concept of literally they can be married off if they have too much debt, at the same time we got this redemption challenge, and just the stakes are as high as they've ever been. So I think it's a good thing with the series, because they're keeping the stakes high, they're introducing new games, they're introducing new characters, because we're not really, I don't feel like we're building up to some big end goal. I feel like at the end of the day, we're here watching characters play insane matches with insane personalities, with insane animation to back it, to really get you into that sick and twisted mentality. And really at the end of the day, I just want to see how far is our main character going to come, or how far is she going to lose, because either she's going to rise to the top or she's going to live at the very bottom. There's going to be no in between with this character. She's someone who loves to bet, who loves to gamble. There's no way that she's going to just be in the middle zone by the end of this series. Obviously, with this only going to be a 12-episode series, of course, we may not see fully where she's going to end up, but at the end of the day, either she's going to be at the top of that student council, or either she's going to be sold off to a marriage partner. Like, there's no way with a type of character like this who loves the thrill of the game, there's no way that she's not going to either win a lot or lose a lot. So I'm just interested in seeing where her character is going to go, while at the same time seeing these new games, and I like what they're doing with it. I like the cheating mechanic, as I've said countless times. I think it adds to the whole, like, you're watching, trying to figure out, is someone cheating? How are they going to win? Are they going to win with cheating? Like, what they're ultimately going to do, and I do like the fact that we have this kind of, like, tag team right now in the game. game. It makes everything much more exciting. But overall, this was a good episode. Like I said, my least favorite of the episodes, but still a fun one at the end of the day. And that's all I really want with this series. As long as you can keep the episodes fun, that's really all I want. I mean, it was definitely the most insane episode in a lot of ways, especially with the intro content. But hey, we're in the most insane school I've seen in anime in quite a while, so it's not surprising. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. What did you think of the new character? She's something else. What did you think overall? Let me know. Before you leave, smack that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.